So you're thinking about selling your home in 2021 without a realtor? Well, if so, this video is for you. In this video, I'm gonna go over 4 reasons why you need a realtor more than ever when it comes to selling your home in 2021. And guess what? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you about how we can get you more money for your property in less time, because you already know that from watching all of my other videos, right? But what we are gonna discuss are things that I feel as though are different in this industry that we just haven't taken into consideration, or maybe you haven't taken into consideration. But before we get started, just a little bit of house cleaning. I'm Chris Nelson with Gemstone Realty, and this channel is all about real estate advice, tips, and tech. So if any of that excites you, you're in the right place. But do me a favor, drop me a comment, hit that thumbs up, consider subscribing, and mash that bell so that you're notified of my future content. Okay, so the very first reason that you may want to consider having a realtor help you sell your home in 2021 is simply so that they can help you organize all of the showing requests that you're going to get. Not only organize the showing request, but also organize and track down feedback. Now, this is one of the busiest markets I've ever seen in my 18 years as a licensed realtor. And in doing so, the volume when it comes to actually tracking those who are going in and out of a home and when they're doing it has actually become a daunting task. Luckily for me and a majority of other realtors, we have systems in place that make it, well, relatively easy for someone to go on, request a showing, allow you to confirm the showing, provide them with access information, and also create some type of reference point through an app to let you know who and when someone will be showing your home. Now imagine trying to personally track 5, 10, 15 showings per day for several days, if not a week, while trying to maintain your daily routine. I can tell you now, it's not easy. But when you employ someone such as myself or another trusted realtor who has access to these tools, we can make things easy. And not only that, we can make things easy to get feedback, because getting top dollar for your property does heavily weigh on feedback. You want to make sure that you have access to what those consumers are saying to make sure that you are getting top dollar for your home. The second reason you need a realtor, and not just any realtor, you need a realtor who understands how to market a home in 2021. In 18 years of being a licensed realtor, I've never seen so many buyers willing to actually make an offer on a home without seeing the property. If they have enough information at their disposal to make them warm and fuzzy, they will actually pull the trigger from the comfort of their own couch. So what that means is that the day and age of just taking some high-end photos, whether it be from your cell phone or even a professional photographer, have come and gone. In 2021, buyers want to see different things. And as a matter of fact, they've almost come to expect some of these things, like drone shots or 360-degree tours. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you're working with someone like me, they want some really unique videography that really ties the emotion in and lets them know why your home is better than the neighboring home and why they should make an offer on it. But if you're dealing with a regular agent who doesn't do video, I guess it won't hurt that much. So long as they have all the other things in place, like the 360 tour and the drone shots and a couple other marketing pieces that are out there that can really help you reach an audience. Believe it or not, the next thing is you actually need someone to help you pick the best offer. In this type of market, when you have multiple offers to choose from, it's really easy to be attracted to the offer that on the surface looks like it gives you the most money. In a market like this, where you have a lot of buyers and a lot of different quality of buyers, it makes sense to really dig in and understand how ready, willing, and able that particular buyer is. So just looking at the first page or first few pages of the agreement of sale, although may be attractive, there's a lot more to consider. Things like, what type of work is that buyer in? Does the buyer actually have the money that they need to do the transaction somewhere set aside, and have they disclosed that information to you? Has anyone spoken with the lender to make sure that the lender has not only taken an application, but has spent time with that borrower to make sure that they are in position and that they are a good buyer and one that you should pick and move forward with? So having someone who can go through that documentation with you and point out some of the things that, well, the common seller is just gonna overlook has more weight than you can ever imagine. And as we go through 2021, I think that this is going to be a seller's market, which you would also know from watching my previous videos. You're gonna need someone to actually point this stuff out for you, because I do believe that sellers will continue to see multiple offers throughout the forthcoming year. And the very last reason, although I'm sure I can come up with more, but the very last reason that I want to share with you today on why you should hire a realtor if you're selling your home in 2021 is to avoid liability. Now, this statement, in my opinion, applies regardless the climate of the real estate market. But what I see being different in 2021 is that we are dealing with a pandemic, and that pandemic has created delays for not only buyers, but for sellers as well. Now, the sales contract, the way it's written here in PA, doesn't have much language that actually would protect a buyer or seller if there was a delay outside of their control, unless we were adding that language or an addendum to it. And I think that we're going to continue to see delays as we continue to ride this roller coaster of shutdowns, not shutdowns, being able to operate in a limited capacity versus not. Right now, we're all trying to figure that out. But if you don't have the proper documentation in place, well, you could be held liable for a delay. And some of these delays can be lengthy and could result in a deal not being successful. The other part of the liability that you're not considering is that when you are inviting a lot of people into your home and you don't have any method of asking some of these questions that maybe you were asked the last time you tried to go into your bank, such as, have you or someone in your family contracted the coronavirus over the last X amount of days? Or have you been exposed to someone who has symptoms of the virus over X amount of days? And if you're not collecting that information and holding it, and someone were to become sick in your house, there is a possibility for some type of liability in that situation. What we have been doing as realtors is documenting everyone who's coming into your home. And we're also making sure that the people coming into your home are being asked very specific questions before doing so that in the event someone were to get ill and we were to get that phone call, at least we can show that we've done some due diligence to make sure that we are meeting the state requirement and at least doing our best to combat this pandemic situation that we are all going through. So there you have it, folks. I'm Chris Nelson with Genstone Realty. Hopefully you found some value in this video. And if so, do me a favor, tune in next week for the very next Just the Tip Tuesday with Chris. Until then, take care.